Hello, it's me, What the Shelly. Anyway, first of all, I'm very excited because baseball season will be starting tonight. Yay! And my team, the Mets, start tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon. Yay! I will probably do, well, I know I will do a segment down the line on why sporting events like this, why they're good for people, you know, but that's for another time. Um, what I do want to talk about, it's a semantics here. When people are saying the schools have to reopen, I got news for you. They never closed. They never closed. They never closed. They, they're not on site. See, this is the thing. We got to be better with our words. It was moved off site. It was virtual learning. The schools never closed. There was nothing to reopen. They have been open. The teachers worked. The administrators worked. The students worked. They worked. It's called independent study. All right? Now, just like in life and everything else, some students do better on site in the school. There's a large segment, though, that do okay independently. Think about the kids who didn't have to worry about bullying. Think about like the real shy kids, for instance, that really do like to have control over their work study schedule during the day. So it was good for a number of students, but it's not one size fits all. And I think it's probably the same for the administrators and the teachers. Look, this was a lot of work. They had to turn on a dime. They had to turn on a dime. It was 180. Boom. We go virtual. I mean, I had to do that with my coaching. But you're talking about one person, and I would never put myself in this category with these amazing teachers, administrators. No, no comparison. They, to me, are my heroes. So, I do know that there are underserved communities where students need better access to technology. I am aware of that. But again, we cannot just say, oh, well, one person out of 200 did really bad, so we've got to just do everything the way it used to be. I think there's going to be a real discussion moving forward as to what, individuals prefer. Now, it's been rough with some of my students, well, with most of them in terms of, the musicals, choir, band, athletic, athletic events, clubs, so on and so forth. It's rough. It's rough. But I know a lot of them really did enjoy the independent study. There were some, though, that really missed the socialization. And I understand. But again, it's not one size fits all. But just remember, the schools never closed. They were always open. So stop with this reopening bullshit. It's semantics. It's bullshit. Okay? We have to keep our children safe, whether it looks like a hybrid, some come in, some don't. We have to keep our children safe. We have to keep our teachers straight, our administrators safe, our custodians safe, bus drivers safe, cafeteria people safe. We have to keep everybody safe. All right? This is a pandemic. A pandemic. You expect a lot out of teachers. You know, they have to be able to handle an active shooter. Now they're going to have to be able to handle a pandemic and deal with people. I don't want to put my mask on. I'm sure they'll have, you know, some knuckleheads who come from a knucklehead family that don't believe in masks. The teachers, you're asking them to do too much. And I come from a family, my dad was a New York City school teacher. I don't know if he'd like this bullshit that's going on now. You know, what he's gotta have a degree in pandemic, and he has to have a degree in active shooter, and he has to, this is just like total insanity for the teachers. But anyway, kudos, kudos, kudos. You're my heroes. Mwah. Huh, to you guys. Now, talking about semantics, one other thing. See, people in my camp, the liberal camp, sometimes, you know, we don't think things through when it comes to semantics. So this business of defunding the police, it's the wrong word. Now, are there a few in my camp that actually do believe that? Yes. But most of us, we have common sense, okay? We're not idiots. Defunding the police is the wrong word. It should be, what's a sexy way to say, I don't know, reallocating. No, that's not sexy. But what it is you're reallocating certain funds to put into community programs. That's what it means, all right? Taking this amount, let's say you have this, taking this and putting it into community programs to help the kids and the adults in communities, and then to bridge the police with the community together. They're doing it in Camden, New Jersey. They're doing it in Newark, New Jersey. Yes. Have there been starts and stops and stops and starts? Yes. But overall, it's been okay. I know most of you know my daughter worked for the Newark Police Department for several years, and she was there when Cory Booker was the mayor, and then she was there when, you know, Mayor Baraka took over. And what happened, there was an evolution where if you wanted to be a Newark police officer coming in, you had to live in the community for at least the first 2 years, I believe, of your, you know, start of your police officer career. And there was a lot of community outreach because that's what my daughter did. She was a community outreach person. You know, she went out onto the streets, talked to the homeless people. They all knew her. And that was through the Newark Police Department. So there were funds allocated for her to do this, all right? So when the protests happened, you know, several weeks ago, Newark did not have issues because this program's been going on for a while. So the police knew the community and vice versa, and they actually the protests went okay. They went okay there. It wasn't like a shit show. And same thing in Camden. You know, there's always starts and stops and stops and starts, but Camden, there was no really horrible issue when the community went out to protest because the police were with them hand in hand. So again, the semantics. They don't mean there's going to be no police force, defund the police. Someone's got to come up with something sexy that explains it better. But that's what that means. So, in closing, we have too many semantic crap going on here. So, just remember, the schools don't need to be reopened. They never closed. They never closed. That's number one. Number two, defunding the police doesn't mean no police, no money. We're totally taking funds. It means reallocation of certain monies to go back into the community. So anyway, love you guys, and I'll see you next week, and let's go Mets. Bye.